Good morning. It's Crazy Cheap Chick, and maybe we are going to get fall because it's 40 degrees today. And I was thinking we were just getting extended summer with pumpkins, but now it's starting to cool off a little, and I got to get some grocery shopping done, so come along. Looks like we got a little bit today. What am I going to get? I can see that. Oh, look at all those beautiful carbs. Well, I don't think there's anything on this clearance rack I need. I don't drink juice. Can you tell I live in Kansas? Oh yes, I'm getting those. Need mushrooms. Now I just gotta find two that are almost the same price. Well, I think I'm gonna be around $135, $136. Let's go find out how much all this food costs. Before I go to the grocery store, I always check my inventory to see what I already have. And we didn't eat all the food from last week. Still had plenty of apples, lots of eggs. Haven't eaten that cauliflower yet. Got carrots, cucumbers, half a cabbage, one little head of lettuce, pomegranates, a little bit more lettuce. I still haven't eaten the zucchini or the yellow squash, and it really needs to be eaten today. Anyway, that's what we're starting out with. If you watch my videos, you know I'm desperately trying to lose weight, like about half of America. And so I'm trying to eat healthy. I ate pretty healthy last week, and at the end of the video, I'll tell you if I lost any weight. I had a lot of coupons that you had to preload onto your Dillons card, but if you look at this, like I had a -5, -5, -2. I also had 2 paper coupons for $1 each that I just took off the item, because I don't search for paper coupons or use them. It's not worth my time. But let me tell you what I got. I mean, you saw I spent $110.26 before taxes, because I live in a state that still charges some tax on food. But let's talk about what I got. I always start with the stuff I pretty much paid full price for. You know, it's hard to remember with Dillons what's your everyday low price and what is your sale price, because they're about the same. Ricotta cheese, or do you say ricotta? I don't know which is accurate. $3.39. Some raspberries for $3.49. We're getting out of season on fruit. It's getting more expensive. Blueberries were $3.69. And remember, a lot of this is after a store coupon. Like the blueberries, I know I had a 50-cent off store coupon loaded. So these prices are after the store coupons come off. I love these extreme wellness keto wraps. They're only 30 calories and 9 carbs. That's not too bad. I've been making us some little sandwiches with these and really like them. And since I had that store coupon, I bought 2 of them. But when they go on sale, if they ever go on sale, I'll stock up on these. My splurge this week was a couple of things. Parmesan cheese, it was $5.99. Oh my gosh. And celery, I bought 2 this week because one didn't make it through the week last week because we were eating a lot of celery with just a little bit of peanut butter in it as a snack to stay full. And I always think of celery kind of like a toothbrush for your colon. I don't know. Then spinach was $2.29. My husband has extremely sensitive armpits, and this is the only deodorant he can use without breaking out. I make my own deodorant if I even wear deodorant, because I just really don't feel like I sweat much or need it. So anyway, this was $2.19. This is a splurge right here. We're eating a lot of yogurt, and I love this. I don't know if it's called Noosa, I don't know. Anyway, it's really good. I got vanilla bean, blueberry, and tart cherry. The sweet potato was $1.18. I think these 2 onions were about $1 each. Green onions were about $1. I think they were 99 cents. Cilantro, 89 cents. Big avocados here. Remember, I live a long way from an avocado tree, so it has to be shipped here. They are 2 for $3 right now. Now, if you watch me and you know I'm trying to lose weight and you know I'm trying to do the low carb, you're probably wondering, why did you buy sugar? Well, it's on sale for $1.99. I've got guests coming next week, and I'm not going to force my diet on everyone else. So if someone likes sugar in their tea or in their coffee, I wanted to have some sugar available because I don't have any in the house. I got some broccoli. I believe it was about $2.19 if I remember correctly. The asparagus was on sale this week, so it was $3.70. I've been drinking a ton of green teas. I got this box for $2.99 on sale. I like the kind with turmeric. Turmeric's so good for you. And I had a deal, buy one package of chicken, get one free. So buy one, get one free. So I found the two least expensive. This was $4.59 and this was $4.84. They will always ring up the one that's more expensive. It's the one you pay for, and then the less expensive one is free. These tomatoes were on sale for $1.99. And the garden, today is what, October 9th? There might be like 10 little cherry tomatoes out there if I went out there and searched. I know there's a couple of more tomatoes I need to pick before it frosts. Then once again, you're probably like, why are you buying chocolate chips if you're trying to lose weight? Well, I'm gonna kind of quit making food videos because I felt like they didn't get very many views. My grocery haul videos get a lot of views and subscribers. The cooking ones, not so much. But I may make a video on what I'm going to make with these because it's a great diet hack. Then processed food. I don't eat a lot of processed food. These were on sale for 99 cents. You could buy up to 5. Some of them were fairly low carb. Like this one, 16. That's for the whole can, I believe. No, that's 2 servings. And oftentimes for lunch, if I'm in a hurry, we'll eat half a can of soup and a salad. I don't like to eat these processed meals, but sometimes for, convenience, I do. And then this is chickpeas. I needed these for a recipe. Now everything else is going to be clearance. Anything with the sticker on it is marked down, and so these bananas were $1.10 for 7. And then they had these pad thai kits, and I love pad thai. So I got 2 of them. They were $2.44 each. That's a whole meal. I mean, you'll have to add chicken. They had this Caesar salad, which I love Caesar salad. It was $1.50. This meat was marked down from $16.81 to $10.75. That's probably 3 meals worth of meat. This naan was $2.13 marked down. And these are the products that had the dollar coupon on them that I peeled off and used. So really they were $1.13 each. A little bit more yogurt these were 70 cents. Got a few tomatoes. Of course, anything in a red net bag is 99 cents. I went ahead and got this. This is probably going to be for future meals. It's skinless chicken breast. It was $4.85, and I got 2 of them. I love pomegranates. I keep trying to get the Pomegranate Association to sponsor me because no one loves pomegranates more than me, probably. And I can just eat them straight out of here, a whole container. I love them that much, but I will put these in salads. These little oranges for 99 cents and 2 bags of potatoes. Now, when you're doing low carb, you can't eat a lot of potatoes. And so this is enough potatoes for a while. Last week we had potatoes one time, and it was little petite potatoes like this, and we only had half a package for 2 of us. It worked out pretty good. I'm calling my diet a healthy low carb diet or keto diet. But really, you could call it whatever you want. You could call it no white flour, no sugar, because it's also that. You could call it low calorie, because it's also that. So you call your diet whatever you want to call it. But the thing is to pick something and stick to it, right? And that gets kind of hard the longer you go on, especially when you hit plateaus and you give up what you want to eat for a week and don't lose weight. And the final thing that I bought was a watermelon. I had forgotten that out in the car. I paid $5.49 for it. I'm kind of a leave it or take it on watermelons. Sometimes you get a delicious watermelon and then you'll go like 10 watermelons before you get another delicious one. And I will tell you, Dillons, if you're watching, that the fact that you put a sticker on it that said sweet was what convinced me to buy it, because I guess I'm that gullible, because a lot of watermelons are just, they don't taste that great. So since I'm dieting, this is going to be considered a dessert because it's sweet. Really, this is quite a bit of food for $110. Now, before I started this diet, I was spending about $80 and a week, and so I've upped what I'm spending. Of course, my husband, John Wayne always says, just think of it as one less copay to pay. It's like you can spend it on food or you can spend it on the doctor. You decide. Let's talk meal plan. So with this diet, the extreme part of it is we're trying to give up coffee. Part of that is because John Wayne's doctor said you drink way too much caffeine. You really shouldn't have more than 400 milligrams a day, and he was well above that. So we're trying to eat breakfast, cut down on coffee. He's trying to drink his black, and I'm trying to switch to green tea. We've been having yogurt with fruit a lot of mornings. We've been having avocado toast. I've still got oatmeal. And if you don't know how to make overnight oats in the refrigerator, that's a really good breakfast. Someone wants me to make a video, let me know and I'll do it, because it's quick and easy. Lunches are mostly salad. And so I've got spinach, I've got tomatoes, I've still got carrots. Of course, we've got a lot of celery, we've got onions, plenty of salad fixings, including pomegranates, yay. And I've got these keto wraps. I could make little wraps. I'm really, really, really trying to cut down on the processed foods. So I think this is about the only processed food I bought. I don't know. What do you consider a processed food? Is this a processed food? Is this a processed food? I don't know. That's one thing I think people always run up against. So not all this soup is getting eaten this week. Probably one can will. One day it's real cold. I might want some soup with my salad. I don't know. Usually it's just a salad. Now for dinners, I'm going to make something called chicken lasagna. It doesn't have noodles in it, and that's why I needed the ricotta, however you say it, and that's why I wanted to splurge on this Parmesan because it makes it so good. Probably have some broccoli with that. I try to eat cruciferous vegetables at least once a week for health. And I'm also just going to make some roast chicken and asparagus. That's a really simple, easy meal. Maybe with a few of these, what did I do with them? Potatoes, just a few, not very many, like just a little handful. Also, I'm going to make this pad thai. And so I'll need a little chicken for that. And I've got more chicken in the freezer, but that's why I needed cilantro, green onions, and this pad thai. I might make a really nice Caesar salad with grilled chicken on top. Doesn't that sound good? I love Caesar salad. It's my favorite salad. Probably going to make some chicken tacos with this polo asada and these keto wraps and these tomatoes. I've still got lettuce in the refrigerator, as you saw. Never got around to making those sweet potato nachos. So I went ahead and bought one more sweet potato because I'm like, I'm just not sure 2 is enough. And so 1.5 or 3 potatoes should be plenty. And I may make a video on that because it's delightful. I mean, truly tasty. May make a pizza using just like a margarita pizza with just cheese and veggies on it, maybe some roasted tomatoes and onions, olives maybe. And this looked really good, and it wasn't as bad on the carbs as I thought. It's got 20 for half of one, I think, or maybe a third of one. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at that a little closer. Also, probably going to have some chili, and I may use this in the chili, and I'm definitely probably going to use it in the pad thai. Instead of chicken, I may use this meat. I don't know, I might use chicken. You never know with me. These are actually for a dessert, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's delicious, and I am going to make a video on this because if you're dieting, this is something you need to know about. Celery is also a really good snack. I just put a little tiny bit of peanut butter on it. It's crunchy. The peanut butter gives it a little bit of a smooth mouthfeel, you know. This stuff will go in the prepper pantry for another week, all of this. You know, you just buy what you find and work it into future meals. And then this watermelon should get eaten this week. So that's what I got. I still had 3 tomatoes left over from last week. When I bought these, they were solid green. In a week, they've almost completely ripened. And I haven't gotten around to eating that pineapple yet. We ate out one night this week. That's probably why we didn't eat all our food. We have a lot going on, and that'll be in a future video. We're busy people, all of us. Well, thank you for watching so much all the way to the end. As always, I really appreciate it. And I told you I would tell you if I lost any weight if you watched all the way to the end. I lost 1.75 pounds. I was pretty pleased with that. And John Wayne lost 12 pounds. Can you believe it? I mean, men lose it so much easier than women. Anyway, we're trying again this week. I don't expect as drastic of a loss this week, but we're off to a good start, and we're eating healthier. And I'm going to finish with the story like I always do. And since I just got back from vacation, I'm going to tell you a little story about a vacation we took several years ago. It had been really cold and dreary. We hadn't seen the sun for like a month and a half, it felt like, and we were both starting to get a little depressed. And John Wayne said, let's jump in the car and go to Galveston. And we can be in Galveston, and I think it's like 12 hours. And I'm like, I don't know. It seems like so much work. He's like, we'll drive down there. We'll stay 2 or 3 days. We'll drive back. I'm like, I don't know. So much work to pack. And he's like, I'll pack myself. Anyway, he talked me into it. So we packed real quick, and we left on our trip. And we'd been gone about 2 or 3 hours, and a friend of mine called me, and she said, hey, are you home? And I'm like, no, why? And she goes, oh, well, I'm dropping something off at your house. I wanted to drop something off for you. And I'm like, we're being spontaneous. We're driving to Galveston. We're going to get some sunlight. And she's like, oh, that's nice. Well, would you like me to shut your front door and lock it? We'd driven off with our front door wide open. It was like really cold and snowy and frigid temperatures, and we'd gone off and left our house open. And so she did. She locked our and shut our front door for us. I'm like, oh man, can't believe we did that. Then we get down to Galveston, and we're unpacking, and I'm like, where's your pants? And he's like, oh, I knew I was forgetting something. John Wayne forgot to pack pants. Now that's pretty basic. You know, I would have not been surprised if he'd forgotten something like shaving cream or a toothbrush. But pants? I mean, pants are just as basic as it gets. And so John Wayne's not been allowed to pack ever again. I think he did it on purpose, so I would always have to pack for him. And then the final thing that happened to us while we were down there is we were down on the pier of Galveston at about sunset. And this old man walks up to us. He's probably like, I don't know, he looked like 85. And he's in a little windbreaker, a little faded windbreaker. And he just looked like a snowbird Texan. And he walks up to my husband. He goes, hey, I locked my keys in my car, and I need to go back to the hotel and get my wife's keys. Would you be able, and he's like, I left my wallet too. Could you loan me just a couple of bucks so I can get a taxi back to the hotel? And, you know, John Wayne being John Wayne is like, oh no, let me just give you a ride down there. It's no problem. And this guy's like, no, I don't want to put you out. I just want to, I just need a couple of bucks to get back to the hotel. And John Wayne's like, no, my car's right here. Jump in. I'll drive you down there. He's like, no. And they're arguing back and forth. And finally, this old man just goes, and walks off. Well, then we see him going to other people up and down the pier. It was a scam. We were almost scammed by an 85-year-old man in a faded windbreaker. And then eventually at the end of the night, we saw him get in his car and drive off. So I don't know how much money he made that night, but he played the part well. And we would have only been out, $5, but still, we were almost scammed by a very old man. So that's my story for this time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got anything out of the video, give me a thumbs up, a like, a comment, share, subscribe, follow along for the fun. And I will see you next week.